Your dog doesn't deserve to survive. They deserve to thrive. And there's a huge, huge difference with that. And today I'm going to show you exactly what the difference looks like and what it actually takes to get there. Hi, I'm Lisa, founder of the High Vibe Dog. I help dog mamas stop unknowingly harming their pups and create a toxin free high vibe life using my High Vibe Dog method. This is our final live for June, and I've saved the best for that last. This is so important. And when I got it, oh my goodness, how differently and how quickly things changed. And I'm so excited to be able to share this with you today. So, how about we get started? So, all month long, we've talked about the hard truths when it comes to your pup, the kibble, flea products, the full picture, and today about helpful truth that will change everything. What your dog actually needs to thrive, what is possible when you give him all of that, and the most extraordinary real life story that I have ever shared on a live. And it's just phenomenal. So, with that, I can't wait for you to learn about it. So, I had a friend, well, I have a friend, and his name is Lionel. I've known him now for about a year and a half. Lovely man. I met him at an event. And he has a 15 and a half year old Husky. He has two dogs, but the Husky is the oldest, and they have this deep, deep connection and bond. And we met at an event, and I was telling him about my business. And he was like, wow, that's something completely different I've never heard about. And it resonated with him so much because he was already living that way. And it was just such a beautiful connection that we made and that we built over time. And he had a situation, and it kind of shifted how he did things, and it was a huge reminder. And so that kind of was the inspiration of what this week's talk is all about. Because how many times do you do something or try something and then you see no changes or no results? Well, there's a deeper reason why. There's a missing piece to the puzzle. And Lionel had moved, and a vet told him um, to put his dog down. No testing, no confirmation, just a look at him and a verdict of cancer. Nothing else. Now, Lionel refused, of course, as I would have as well. And he walked out completely of the vet clinic, never to go back again, obviously. I did the same thing with my Chloe girl. I had the exact same situation of a veterinarian tell me just to put her down because she wouldn't live anyway. And I chose to go against that because I knew that there had to be a solution and he was not right. And funny thing, neither vets were correct. And it was how we did things that made the difference. So, what happened next is the reason I do this work right now. What happened with Chloe is the reason I do this work right now. So, please stay to the end because you will absolutely want and absolutely need to hear this story. Okay? So, please, this is your first time coming, let me know in the comments. I'm so excited that you're here. Please follow me and subscribe to this channel. And if you know of anybody out there that's having struggles with their pup and just doesn't know what to do, please send them this. I know it will help them. I'm so excited that you're here. So tell me, what does thriving look like for you and your dog? Let me know. Not just healthy thriving, what it actually looks like on a day-to-day experience? Put that in the comments because I absolutely am excited to learn. I like to see where everyone's coming from. So, has your dog ever surprised you with how resilient they were when when you gave their body what it actually needed? And do you know exactly what those things are? So powerful. When you find the missing pieces, things shift drastically. And it's a beautiful experience when that happens. So this month, I have said a lot of hard things about kibble, about flea products, about the full picture and what happens when pieces of that are actually missing. So today, I'm saying something a little different. Your dog's body is extraordinary. It's designed to heal. Funny thing, yours is too. It's designed to adapt, to thrive when it is given what it actually needs. And now I'm talking about both your pup and you. And what most dog mamas don't realize is that the body can recover from years of wrong inputs when the right ones begin to replace them. And that is the key to this. So I've seen it, and I've seen it over and over again in dogs that were written off, that had constant health issues, senior dogs who came back to life, dogs whose vets said that there was no hope. I've seen it. And the funny thing is, I've experienced it. And when you lose a fur baby and you realize that it was unnecessary, oh my gosh, the guilt is insane. So my goal is to prevent that. And the only way that we can prevent these things from happening is to preventative care. Let's sort it out in the beginning so we don't have to try to do triage on the back end. And here's the truth, that nobody is going to tell you about what your dog actually needs. It is not complicated either. It is not expensive either. It's not special supplements or magic potion or a magic product. It's none of those things. It's the basics done completely and totally. No more itching or wondering what's going on with your dog, a fear of worrying about them constantly. Why does that pain keep coming back? Why do they have the bad breath? Why are they scratching at their paws and crying a lot? All of these I wonders can be solved with a few simple things. And when you kind of come from a place of, I got it sorted, that confidence lives within you and you know you're doing the right thing. And it's just the basics done completely. Clean food, clean products, clean environment, and a grounded, present dog mama that comes from love. All four together consistently. That's what it's all about. That is the whole thing. And the results, when it's done completely, are nothing short of remarkable. And the cool thing is, you benefit from this extraordinary lifestyle because you're getting healthier as well. That is what is phenomenal. Surviving and thriving are not the same thing. And your dog and you deserve to thrive. And when you get it and you figure it out, it's possible and it's easy. So, does your dog seem like they are surviving right now? Or are they thriving right now? Be honest, drop it in the comments. Either put in surviving or thriving, and let's get them to be thriving constantly. So, let's get started, shall we? Let me get specific about what thriving actually looks like, because vague is dismissible. Specific is what motivates action and consistency. And it makes it easier because you know exactly what to do. So, a thriving dog, and this is what a thriving dog looks like. A thriving dog wakes up with energy and curiosity, not dragging, not stiff, but ready for the day. A thriving dog has stable, vibrant energy throughout the entire day, not hyper, not lethargic, balanced. A thriving dog has a coat that is visibly healthy, soft, shiny, full, not dull, thin, or shedding excessively. A thriving dog has bright eyes, not cloudy, not gunky, not dull. A thriving dog has a consistent, healthy digestion, no chronic gas, loose stools, or sensitive stomach. A thriving dog recovers quickly from stress, from change, or disruption. A thriving dog bounces back and quickly. Thriving dog also seeks connection with you, not from an anxiety standpoint or a neediness, from genuine bonding. A thriving dog ages gracefully. A thriving senior dog does not look or act their age. You see it and you know it immediately. They are just as active and just as vibrant as when they were younger. That is a thriving dog. This is not fantasy. This is what physiologically possible when the full picture is in place. Now, step 5 of the high vibe dog method is create a vibrant life. This is what it looks like completely. Calmer dogs, calmer mama, healthier homes, stronger bonds between the two of you. It is not a destination. It is a way of living, utilizing all the pieces together to achieve and continue it. And here's what a lot of people end up doing. And this is the problem. They go in and let's fix one problem and they plug the hole. That's not solving the problem overall. It's going to come out somewhere else. It's a lifestyle and it's not done once and the problem's gone. It's consistency over the rest of your life, living healthy. It's a lifestyle. And when you start living the lifestyle, in the beginning, it's a little rough because you're figuring it out. But once you start on that holistic journey and you're doing it and you're in, then it becomes easy and it becomes peaceful and you don't have to go to the vet all the time. You don't have to worry about your dog. You don't have to wonder if you're doing it right or wonder if they're healthy. And if they do have an itch or a scratch, that's all it is. It's an itch. It's a scratch, and then it's done. It's not consistent, and it does not continue over a long period of time. That's the distinction. That's the difference. So, how many of these signs of thriving does your dog currently have? Let me know in the comments. Do they have all of them? Yay, that's the goal. That is the goal. Or do they have 1 or 2 or 5 or none? Let me know, because we can solve this. It's easy. And prevention costs so much less on every level than triage or sadness and guilt down the road. And that is my mission, is that specific thing. That's what's going to make the difference. So what the body needs to get there, this is what's so important. What does the body of your pup actually need to move from surviving to thriving? Let me make it extremely practical and very easily to understand. Number 1 of what your dog needs to thrive is whole food and that the body can actually use. whole food that the body can actually use. Not processed, not shelf stable, food with living enzymes, naturally occurring nutrients, and proteins the body recognizes. Alive. Dead food gives you exactly that. Live gives you exactly those things, and the body draws it in so much more. Good examples of this are raw, gently cooked, or freeze dried whole ingredients. The closer to nature that you can get, the better. And yes, bone broth is extraordinary as long as it's actually from grass-fed or pasture-raised, free-range organic food, meats. That's what's key. And doing it yourself is even better. You can buy it, and it's okay, but the fresher it is, the more you spend time doing it, the better. And then your dog smells it and can't wait to have it. It's good for you too. Real bone broth from quality sources is one of the most powerful things that you can add to your dog's diet. It supports their joints, their gut lining, immune function, and skin from the inside out. That's number one. Number two is an environment that does not work against the body. Now, that's clean floors, clean laundry, clean air, no synthetic fragrance, no conventional cleaning chemicals setting on the floor level where the dog lives in and lays in all day long. That's not cool. An environment should be something that the body does not have to fight against, that does not cause problems. It's completely non-toxic on every level. And it's more peaceful for both you and your pup. Number three is products that protect without poisoning. Now, what goes on their skin and in their body should support their health and not burden it. Natural flea prevention, clean grooming products without any synthetic fragrances, quality supplements chosen for their specific needs. So that can vary also depending on the dog. No neurotoxins and no unnecessary chemicals at all. And number four is a dog mama whose nervous system is regulated. And that feeling is extraordinary. You have more patience, more understanding. Now, you know this by now, your energy is a physical input. It's grounded. A present, regulated dog mama is one of the most powerful things for her dog can be around, for her dog to have. And it costs nothing but intention. That's it. That's it. And number five, consistency. Living, doing, being every single day. That's the key. That's where it shifts and changes. This is one of the most important and underestimated keys that there is. Thriving does not come from doing everything perfectly once. It does not come from doing one thing frequently. It comes from doing the right things consistently over time. It's a lifestyle, and the compound effect works in both ways. Build it in the right direction, upward, upward, and you will see magnificent shifts and changes in your dog. And that is where it begins. Now, if you're just joining me, I'm about to share the most extraordinary example and story specifically related to this topic. It's about a 15-and-a-half-year-old Husky, and a vet who said put him down without any testing, and what happened when the owner went home and did what he knew versus what was convenient. So you absolutely want to stay for that story. Now, which of these five does your dog need most right now? Drop a number in the comments, 1 through 5, and let me know. So here's something why senior dogs can thrive too. Now, we always say our dog's getting old. The dog's 6 years old, 7 years old. That's not old. That's prime. You taught them now. Now they listen better. Now they kind of got in the groove. They're not old. These chemicals, these problems, constant over vaccinations, chemically products, fragrance, kibble, all of these products and all of these things, actions actually speed up the aging process. But if you're giving them constantly good food, good quality food, a clean environment, not over vaxxing, not grooming products with massive amounts of fragrance and stuff in it, and your energy is calmer, these are the things that's going to change your dog. So I want to address something specifically because I actually hear this quite a bit, and this is key. And when it's happening to you, you're like, absolutely not. Is my dog too old? Is it too late? Never. Let me repeat that. Never too late to give your dog the nutrition, the safe environment, and your love. It's never too late. And you will see their bodies slowly change and slowly get more vibrant every moment that you continue this. You can back out the age so much so. It's never too late. And I can prove it to you. Here is what I know absolutely about senior dogs and the body's capacity to heal. The body is always trying to heal, always. And the key is trying. It's doing its job. But when constant harmful things are coming into the body, it can't work. So given the right inputs, it will respond at any age. And you'll notice actual changes faster when they are senior because their body really needs it. And small steps moving in that direction, you start noticing changes right away. I've seen it in Freddie at 15. I have also seen it in dogs I work with where they've pretty much been written off and they're too old to improve, to where they've stopped all sorts of the problems that they were continuously doing and having with just making a few shifts and changes. Senior dog's body needs the same things a younger dog's body does. Clean food, clean environment, clean products, and a calm energy around them all the time. And they need it more, actually. Plus a little extra joint support you can throw in there as well, and a really nice omega. A little extra liver support is helpful also. A nice detox from time to time. A little extra attention on the specific symptoms, on the specific systems that need more help as the body ages. Giving these little extras will make all the difference in the world. But the foundation is the same, and the results can be remarkable. Just as remarkable as making the shifts and changes for a young dog. So I'm going to prove it to you right now with my story that I mentioned earlier. This is important, and I promise you that I said it in the beginning, it's one of the most powerful examples of this exact process. And it's probably one of the most profound and powerful that I've told all month long. So let's do it. I told you in the beginning that I had a friend of mine named Lionel, and he had a Husky, a 15-year-old Husky, a little over 15-year-old. And the dog and the vet told him to put him down. So here's the full story. Lionel and I connected because of my high vibe dog approach I mentioned. And he's like, I got to tell you what happened. I got to talk to you about this. You'll never believe what I did. And because he had seen a lot of the results and stuff and everything that we'd spoken about. So he understood intuitively What you put in and on your dog matters. That the environment matters. All of it matters. And so Lionel was moving from Oklahoma to Texas. So in the chaos of the move, things slipped. He was trying to find a house. All these different things were happening. And that is what happens when life gets hard. Things begin to slip. You do your best, but the best during move sometimes is easy, quick shortcuts. And you think you're doing good, but you're not. The cleaning products around the home became less consistent. The food became kibble, and he thought it was a good brand, but it wasn't, because kibble's easier. Temporary housing, one thing after another. And without realizing it, and without realizing the full picture, that had been keeping his poor boy from thriving, E's body slowly started to erode. And at first he thought it was just him getting used to the move and his new environment. He didn't realize the whole process. So, and his Husky was an intact male. Like, he was completely organic on him all the way. He didn't even get him fixed. Over 15 years old, as I said, and he started getting these sores on his body. He started noticing them on his goods, and he started noticing that his hair was falling out. He stopped eating. He stopped drinking. He was deteriorating fast, and he couldn't figure out what was going on. He didn't understand. He just wasn't thinking. And so he took him to the vet. Now, he brought him into the vet. And here's the thing. The vet looked at him. He didn't run a single test on him. He looks at his poor boy and told Lionel that his dog was riddled with cancer and that he should put him down immediately. How many times do you listen to everything your vet says? They may not always be right, especially when there's no tests ran or anything. I had that exact same thing happen to me. And it was a very hard time. And I did the same thing Lionel did. They did no biopsies on him. They did no blood work for him, no confirmation, just a look and a verdict. And it was quite interesting because Lionel was like very upset. And honestly, I would have probably went off on the vet. But he's like, no, thank you. I'm taking my dog home. And so he took him home and he did what he knew to do. He cleaned his house completely, got rid of all the chemicals and toxins, top to bottom. He said no more kibble, and he started with bone broth. That's what he started with. The dog wouldn't eat or drink, so he literally syringe fed him bone broth, beef, grass-fed beef bone broth that he made himself. And he literally started giving that to him every few hours. Throughout the night, he set the alarm, set the timer, and just kept giving him that bone broth throughout the night, and slowly started hand feeding him real food. And it was so dicey. But finally, something positive was going into his dog's body. The space was calmer. The area was cleaner. The food was more nutritious. He started cooking for him real meat, organic vegetables, grass-fed, everything whole, everything clean. And he kept it up day after day after day, week after week after week. And guess what? The dog started responding. He started getting better. The sores on his body started going away. The hair started growing back. He started eating on his own, started drinking water on his own. And guess what? Fast forward, that beautiful Husky, 15 and a half years old, completely healed. Running, playing, acting, he said, younger than he did before the accident or the situation even happened. And guess what? It was never cancer. It was his habits. It was the environment. It was the food. And it was the compound effect of shortcuts during a stressful season were taking its toll on that poor boy. And the boy, that beautiful husky, needed the full picture to actually thrive. When Lionel told me this story, it blew me away. And then he said something that I will never forget. And I know how it feels, and I'm sure you do too. Think about this. He said to me, if all I did was extend his life and make him happy for 6 months, I'm in. And good news is, it's been far longer than 6 months, far longer. And he's still running and playing. That is what's possible. That's what the full picture produces. That's what a thriving dog actually looks like at 15 and a half years old. These things matter more than anybody even realizes. So, does Lionel's dog, does his story give you hope for your dog? Pop it in the comments. Let me know. Because this is possible when you make these shifts. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, it's not easy. It's learning things that you didn't know about. It's taking the extra time in the beginning to figure it out. It's making time for things that matter to your pup and honestly to you. It's taking it. Then once you figured it out, once you have great products that you're using in the house, you've got a good food that you're feeding him, a good process, and you're getting on a system, and you yourself are in a positive, good place, then it just becomes easy. Then you don't think twice. I can walk into a store and I can look at a label or see a name of a product, and right away I know pretty much what kind of poopy ingredients are actually in those products. And you can too. So, questions? Ask me. Drop them in the comments and I will happily respond to each and every one of them, because knowing is empowering and it can change your dog's life and it can change your life. So, what do you want to know? Help your dog. Let me know. And I'm going to go through some questions and stuff that I've gotten in the past. So, what bone broth do I recommend? Well, first and foremost, I recommend looking for bones, whether it's chicken bones, beef bones, lamb, doesn't matter, that are grass-fed and completely organic, where they came from is that first and foremost. So pasture-raised chickens, grass-fed beef, lamb, venison, it doesn't matter. Just the bones. No onions, no garlic, no seasoning. They don't need any of that because, well, they're dogs. They don't need all of that. Low or no sodium whatsoever, just water, organic actually, to use filtered or spring water, and you just make it yourself. That is the best option, and it does take time. It's going to take easily 12 hours, depending on the bones, will adjust for the timing will adjust depending on the bones. So real ingredients, simple, bones, water. You can maybe put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there because it'll actually draw more of the minerals out of the bones as well. And that's it. And if you want more specifics on that, then just DM me Thrive or comment Thrive below, and I'll happily get you more of the details of that bone broth recipe, but it's quite simple. Here's another one. My dog is a senior, and I'm scared it's too late. That's not the case. We just had that discussion between Lionel's dog and Freddie. Both dogs shifted their diet immediately with bone broth and solid food, whole foods, and it transformed their energy and their bodies quickly. It's never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to give your fur baby, someone you love, the best possible life. It's never too late. And watch what happens. So Give that baby what they need. So again, if you want specifics on what's best for a senior dog, DM me Thrive or comment Thrive, and I will happily go through that with you. And how long does it take to see results? Really, it depends on how long the body has been carrying the wrong inputs overall. And how significant the changes are will depend on how healthy they are or what type of problems they're having. Sometimes you start noticing quick changes right away. Cook quality, you'll start noticing more energy. Alertness is something that you'll see. Their digestion will also show noticeable improvements within just a few weeks. Deeper healing does take longer, but it's absolutely possible with consistency. That's the key. That's more important than anything else. And you'll see signs of the body, that the body is responding, and you'll know just to keep going. And here's the thing, and I'm getting ready to do a huge protocol, and I am stepping in for 3 months, 90 days, and I am giving it. You can't just do something once and expect a miraculous change. How long did it take to have the problem? So I'm doing a personal protocol, and I'm giving it 90 days. I'm going to start at the beginning of next month. So it's giving the time that's needed. It took a while to mess it up, so it's going to take a while for the body to start healing and detoxing, and that's okay. You just have to start now. So is this what you do in your consultations? Yes, this is what we discuss, all of this. And it will vary differently depending on the individual. We go over the full picture. We do a full audit of every level, all 4 pillars, and we build a specific plan for you, because you've got to be good to go too, and your dog, based on where they are, where you are, and what you both need most immediately. And doing it together is by far the best way to go. So DM or comment Thrive for that, and let's talk about these things. Because the biggest thing I want you to take away from this entire month, from this live, specifically is this: your dog does not just deserve to survive. They deserve to thrive. And it's 100% possible at any age, with the right inputs and done consistently. That's what it is, and that's all it takes. So again, any questions, anything, DM or comment Thrive, THRIVE, and let's talk about what is actually thriving and what that looks like for your specific dog and for you. And we can go from there. First step is just seeing what's right for you, and let's move on and let's do it. I'm excited to be able to help you. This has been an extraordinary month, and 4 weeks, 4 truths, and a lot of real stories from real dogs and real dog mamas who did the work and saw the results. Now, I want to touch on something lightly here because it's coming, and so many people don't think about it until it's already here. And that is the 4th of July. And it's very important for your pup. And I have something I'm building, and we are going to start next week, because it is that week, with the 4th of July. And so stay close here, because there are so many things that happen when it comes to your dog in the 4th of July, especially if they were not you did not know to be able to give them these things in advance, and it freaks them out. So there's things that we can do to move forward with that. Now, if you want to preempt it and get ahead of the game, then comment 4th below, and we'll connect, and I'll go over what exactly you can start doing now to lessen the issues as the 4th of July comes. Okay, so thank you so much for being here all month. Thank you for trusting me with your dog and with your attention. I appreciate every moment. And you and Lionel's dog and Freddie and all the pups I work with and all the dog mamas. This is the reason I do what I do. And my boy Choey, my girl Tuli, who pushed me in this direction. And my goal is to help you prevent pain with your dog in the future. And whatever way we can do that, that's why I'm here. So your dog is the reason why I do this. So I'm excited, and I will see you next Monday. Go out and create something specific, something amazing, something extraordinary with your dog. And I will see you on the next live. Ciao for now.